What's up, happy people, and welcome to the 8th Spotlight on South Baltimore on Facebook Live. And as always, we're excited to talk to everyone about the great things that are done at the Employment Connection Center in South Baltimore. And as always, we are part of the Mayor's Office of Employment Development. Today, we're going to highlight some businesses and some community partners. And, while we still have a little bit of COVID-19 going on, we're still not fully rolling, but we're going to talk about that in a little bit. As always, comment, like, and share this video on your Facebook page. Got any family and friends that are looking for work, looking for training opportunities? This is the place to be. My name is Bill Carnes. I'm the host for your journey today. Actually, I'm going to be your co-host for your journey today. Hey, everybody can see Mark Cooper. What's up, Mark?
Hey, Bill, how's it going? How's Facebook? How's everything?
Good. So I'm a BSR, which means that I bring jobs into the center and try to get people jobs. And I've been with the agency for about 15 years. I've worked with a lot of great folks. Mark has been with the agency longer than me, but he's new to South Baltimore Employment Connection Center, and he's our new manager. And I got to tell you, I enjoy working with this guy. This is one of the easiest bosses I've ever worked for. Little brown nose in there, if you don't mind. I never heard anything. Evaluations are coming up soon, right, Mark?
I think so.
You want to tell everybody a little bit about yourself?
Okay. How's everybody doing today? My name is Mark Hooper, and like Bill said, I am the workforce manager for South Baltimore Employment Connection Center. That's a little bit about me. I've been with the Mayor's Office of Employment Development for 22 years now. Started out as a career case manager at the Northwest Career Center, and 22 years later, I'm here working with the South Baltimore citizens in community and trying to assist this particular community with employment and training.
Awesome. So, because of COVID, we were under a little bit of restrictions. So if we can go to the next slide, Mark, you can let people know what's going on. And we're almost back to normal. We're getting there.
Yes, that's so. Yep, sure can.
So we're now open to the public. So that slide, we need to fix that.
Right. So yes, like Bill said, that we are open to the public. We're not remote anymore. Employers are still hiring. Again, employers are still hiring. Job leads are emailed to registered customers. You can email at ecc@oedworks.com. Again, you can email us at ecc@oedworks.com. Jobs are still posted on the Maryland Workforce Exchange. The site is down below, https://mwejobs.maryland.gov.
All right.
You can also check out our now hiring job board at moed.baltimorecity.gov, job seekers /now hiring.
All right. So this is a spot where I usually go to my employer, and I was going to try something a little bit different today. So as you know, big event coming to Baltimore this week and next week, and that's the CIAA tournament. Mark, name some teams from the CIAA. I'm going to put you on the spot.
Honestly, Bill, your guess is as good as mine. I don't know.
Billy. I know Billy.
Okay.
I know Virginia Union. I know Virginia State. If anybody in the audience can let me know. Ashland, maybe? I don't know. I bet there's a bunch of them. But
yeah, I know Bowie's one.
Yeah, it's a big deal. I mean, thousands of people are going to be coming up to this great city, and it's awesome. It's going to be a spotlight type thing. And it's an opportunity for folks. Everybody has a side hustle right now. And I have a gentleman that I've worked with for over 15 years who has a catering company called Banquets and More. He has the contract, and he works with the Baltimore Convention Center. He works with the Baltimore Arena. He has a lot of different city connections, and he's actually in Nigeria right now. And I'm trying to get a hold of him to come on.
Wow.
We're having a little bit of connection issues, but I want to put that out there. Everybody could use a little bit of extra money, and it's going to be a simple process. All I need is folks, if they're looking to do serving, bartending, things like that, they'll be needed for about a week and a half. They can work part-time, full-time. All you have to do is contact us at the center. I'll give you the information. The requirements are very simple. You need a white shirt, black pants, black shoes. You got those things, you got the job. It's that simple. And they'll train you and tell you what to do. You'll work that week and a half. They'll have a check for you. Boom, done. We're looking for about 40 to 45 people for this event. Now, you might be like, well, that's great, but what else? There's going to be a bunch of events coming. Oriole Park's coming back, hopefully at some point. Convention Center is starting to rock again. The catering and hospitality business is starting to kick back in. I have another company called Quality Coverage that I've worked with for years. Same deal. They have a bunch of different events. They work with Hopkins. They work with the Convention Center. They also need part-time folks. So if you need a little bit of extra cash, and we all do, let's be honest, Mark, it's with the inflation and everything going, and I don't know. When you went to the grocery store last time, did you get a little bit of sticker shock like I did?
Oh yeah, I was in shock, Bill. I just went to the grocery store this weekend, and like a price of bacon is almost $10.
I was just going to say bacon. I was just going to say that's the thing. I couldn't believe, because I like the thick slice stuff. I like real. I want the real, smoked, baked, the hickory.
Right.
And yeah, you're right. It's almost $10 for a bag. So you know what? No bacon this week. That ain't happening. But but this is all kidding aside. And to be honest, I've actually done this myself. I bartended for one of these companies before, for 92Q one time, and did an event for Faith Evans. And I had a great time and walked home with a nice little wad of cash because people tip. So if I have folks that are in the hospitality, again, if you've got a full-time job but you're looking for a little bit of extra money, this is the place to be. Everybody say hi to my dog. You want to say hi? You want to work part-time the way you eat? All right, you need to get back down. All right, good deal. So again, if anybody's interested in that, it'll be part-time opportunities. And all you have to do is call us at the center, 410-396-1052, and ask for myself or ask for Mark. We'll take your name and information. We'll pass it on to Mr. Collins, and he needs to get back to people right away. And in fact, I'm going to start sending him some folks tomorrow. So if anybody's interested, and if you watch us at a later date, don't hesitate to call us. All right.
Awesome. That's awesome, Bill.
No worries. No worries. Now, I get this thing a lot. I'm in a job. It's a dead-end job. I want more in life. We could be stuck in something and you just don't enjoy it. I know right now, I've read a study the other day, Mark. I think we have a shortage of like 80,000 truck drivers nationwide. I may be understating that, which is insane. And what I've noticed is that, it used to be with truck drivers that, if you got your CDLA license, it would take you a year, 2 years to actually get really decent employment because the insurance companies and things like that, and my folks were like, well, I did the training. It's hard for me to get a job. Well, that's out the window, man. I'm telling you that right now. I've got companies calling me all the time, calling employer services all the time. If you get CDL training A or B, there's companies going to hire you right as soon as you graduate from school, which is a totally different game. And we have the same thing going on with Marco, like CNAs and GNAs and things like that. So what I would like you to do is just talk about all the different training opportunities, because if you want to make a little bit more money, this is a great gateway to do it.
Oh, absolutely, Bill. And just like you said, CDL, Class A and Class B, we have training opportunities in both Class A and Class B. All you have to do is give us a call at the number that Bill gave you guys at 410-396-1052. You can also just get in contact with us on our site. It's a bit.ly link down below. Go to bit.ly/MOED contact. You can also reach us on our customer request form. So let's go over some occupational training that we have. Some of the areas include, but not limited to, manufacturing, transportation and warehouse, healthcare, construction, professional services. Professional services include IT, bookkeeping, and accounting. Bill, you also mentioned the healthcare field. Right now, some of the training sites or the healthcare programs that are in need right now or are a hot commodity is multi-skilled med tech, pharmacy tech, GNA, CNA, medical billing, and coding. For my construction people, we have apprenticeship training and deconstruction. And again, for our transportation and warehouse, Again, we have Class B and Class A.
And let's talk about some of this again. And I really want to emphasize this, not for sake of repeating myself, but let's take CNA, GNA, phlebotomy, those things. Again, when COVID hit, Mark, a lot of people went to school, but they didn't get their certification because the nursing board and things like that were so far behind. And people were like, hey, I did this training, but I don't have that piece of paper. Don't worry about that. If you've got the hours and you can show us that you have the hours, a great example, and I'm going to talk about them in a little bit, is Harbor Hospital. They came to us and said, hey, we need phlebotomists desperately, so much so that we'll train them. If you can give us a CNA, GNA, or somebody just has a certification, we'll teach them to be a runner. It's like an intermediary thing. It's like almost on-the-job training. And that was something that hadn't been done before. So what we did is we worked with some folks, some residents in Cherry Hill. There was about 8 of them. And they got their CNA, GNAs, and we sent them the information, and they wound up hiring almost half of them. And they didn't have any experience. So that's how some of our partners and employers are thinking out of the box, So to me, when it comes to training, and this is the key thing, Mark, and I'm sure you'll agree with me, there's no point in spending all your money, time, and training that once you get that certification, then you start from scratch and there's nowhere to go. And that used to happen a lot, not to name places, but there were some, especially in the healthcare industry, there was a place in Towson, I'm not going to name them, but they would charge thousands of dollars to become an MA, a CMT, and things like that, but they wouldn't help with the actual job placement. And that's the key thing with us. If you partner with us and you get training through us, guess what? You're going to see one of our BSRs, no matter what center you go to, and we're going to help you get a job in that field. We're not just going to cut you loose. Hey, you got your certification. Thanks. See you later. That's not the way it works with MOED. We are partnering with you to see you through to make sure you get employment. And that's, I think, a key difference. Plus, it's free. And it always takes me back to that. I think it's H&R Block, free. There's nothing better than free, especially if it can make you a couple more bucks in your pocket. So,
oh yeah, I couldn't agree with you more, Bill. And just in addition to the training and the employment, while you're in training, you will be assigned a case manager to assist you with all the wraparound services. So if you have any particular barriers that come about, your case managers are there to assist you with that. Transportation, we also offer transportation as well, bus tokens, and we're actually working on trying to get bus passes as well.
And that's a key thing. I had a situation with a gentleman the other day. He was incarcerated, just got home, didn't have passes, didn't have things like that. I was able to call up to the reentry center in Mondawmin, and they immediately were like, hey, we got you. The guy went up, signed up for the program, got some bus tokens, got him to the interview. He's working. He literally is working 2 weeks after he got home.
That's awesome.
And he couldn't be happier. And that's the kind of stuff
awesome.
That we do, and, not to get in, and truth be told, I spent the first 13 years in MOED, working at the reentry center, the justice involved population, I'm very passionate about. And the key thing is getting them something quickly, letting them know that there is a place for them to go, because we don't want folks to fall back. That's not, it's all about recidivism. It's all about that. We're trying to make sure that people can start a new life, because that's, for the most part, when I meet people, and we used to go into the prisons, they don't want to go back. That, Mark,
Exactly.
But we have to make sure that we give them opportunities and other places to go. And that's the key thing. And this training falls right in line with it. And I'm going to give a quick shout out to the reentry center. They do great. They also have forklift training for ex-offenders up there. So, keep that in mind. And that's a quick 2-day training. So,
absolutely.
All right. So this is where I'm going to do my little mini job club. You can chime in if you want, Mark. I've got, usually it's a spotlight on businesses that are in South Baltimore, or most of the work is in South Baltimore. So I've got 4 employers that I'm going to feature today. And first one, I think, is going to be, Spin. Let's see who comes up first. Roll the wheel. What you got for me, Antonio? Spin. All right. I guess pretty good on that one. All right. So Spin is a scooter company. They're located right off of Austin Street. They partnered with us since the scooters came to town about 3 years ago. We've hired literally at least 50 box truck drivers and mechanics with them. They're very background friendly. I know you guys see the orange scooters all over town. We had, before COVID hit, they would come up to the center almost every single week, Mark, and they would bring a scooter for me. You would see me in the parking lot of that center riding around in the scooter, just to show people, this is what we're doing. And they're a great partner. And all you need is a regular driver's license. It's a box truck, and the job can't be that much simpler than, there's a city ordinance. Scooters can't be left overnight. So if you got the morning shift, you're dropping off the scooters to the designated sites. If you've got the evening shift, guess what you're doing? You're picking up the scooters, and that is the job. And I got to tell you, just about everybody that I put into these positions, they love it. They love it. You have to be 21 with a Class C license. They will take provisionals, which is unusual. If you have a provisional license, the only thing they're really looking for is that a little bit about the city, because mainly that's going to be your territory. When Spin first came to town, Mark, it was pretty funny. People were throwing scooters in the harbor. They were taking them in their houses. I would see guys roping them up and taking. It was like all kind of crazy. Yeah, it was nuts. So, but you don't have to worry about any of that. If it's on the street, you're not going to anybody's house, or you're not digging the scooter out of the harbor. If it's at its location, you put it back in the truck. That's all you got to do. Now, mechanic wise, if I have anybody that can do small gears, and what I mean by small gears, leaf blowers, lawn mowers, things like that. It was a great training program for my folks out of Hagerstown. When they came out, they would teach them how to do, the guys that were housed, they would repair mower equipment, lawnmower equipment, landscaping equipment. You can do this because this is just a basic 2-gear thing. Lots of scooters need to be repaired. They're paying $20 an hour to repair the scooters, $18 an hour for the drivers. Now, all the opportunities I'm talking about, real simple. Just call us, 410-396-1052. I sound like one of those infomercial guys right now. But yeah, 410-396-1052, and we will help you on the spot. Let's go on to the next one. American Limousines. Now, they're actually located in East Baltimore. Shout out to Deidre Moore-Durant, the BSR for there. I see her on there today. But a lot of the jobs are in the South Baltimore area. They do a lot of work at BWI Airport. They do a lot at Oriole Park. If you ever go to an Oriole game or go to a Ravens game, you see these little shuttles that take people from the Horseshoe or the parking lots to the stadium. That's American Limousine. They need detailers. They need drivers. They need salespeople. They need dispatchers. Very background friendly. Great company. Great company. And again, all you need to do is give us a call and we'll give you the information. Send me a resume, send Mark a resume, and we'll be good to go.
Awesome.
Next one. Right up the street, Wycomico, Holly Poultry. Now, a lot of businesses took a huge hit during the pandemic, Mark. But Holly is one of the few. I think they hired over 300 new people. I think it's close. Right? Yeah, because there was a chicken shortage. Yeah, but these guys were able to keep up with the demand, and they got a huge contract with the New York State public schools, and other local areas. And so they've grown unbelievably big since going, and they're still going. And they're one of my companies. They need production people. You are working in a damp environment. You're cutting up chicken parts and things like that. But this has been one of my great companies, and shout out to Julio over there. They hire our CDLA drivers right when they graduate, man. Right when they graduate, $21 an hour. Again, this goes back to what we were talking about before. You go through us to get your CDLA. Once you get your little certification, come to me, and I'm going to make you walk 3 blocks down the street, see my guys over at Holly Poultry, and get you an interview. It's that simple. And they are absolutely hiring right now.
Awesome.
All right. What's the next one we got here? All right. And we talked about this a little bit earlier. Another great partner, Medstar Harbor Hospital. And one of the great things that they have done is that they partnered with us. They needed people, so they thought out of the box. You know, if a person didn't have experience in a certain field, they almost did an OJT with us. So they need environmental support associates, people that are doing the cleaning, patient care techs, dietary, phlebotomists, CNA, GNAs. They're hiring for just about everything. Great partner. Shout out to Matthew over there at Harbor Hospital. He's been very open. And I'm going to tell you, and not to harp on the ex-offender justice involved thing, the healthcare industry is kind of tough on that. I'm going to shout out to over at Medstar. They do give people second chances, which is a phenomenal thing. So if anybody's looking to get into healthcare entry level, again, 410-396-1052. All right, so now, Mark, I'm going to turn it over to you. And
I appreciate it, Bill.
Yeah.
And thanks for that information. It's very important. And I can't emphasize enough, Bill. We're hiring. I mean, the Baltimore City is hiring. South Baltimore community, we're hiring. So please take advantage of the training and employment opportunities. With that being said, I want to bring on our special guest today through the Southwest Partnership, Miss Lisa Rawlings.
Hi, everybody.
Hey,
Thanks
Lisa,
for inviting me. Hey, Bill. Hey, Mark.
You are so welcome. So, Lisa, please just let us know, let Facebook know a little bit about yourself and what events and updates that you have available.
Absolutely. So first, I want to talk about our workforce programs. So I work at the University of Maryland's Community Engagement Center, and I work in partnership. All the workforce programs I do are with the Southwest Partnership. So we are physically located in the Poppleton community. We're a stone's throw from Highlands Market, and not too far from Pigtown, Franklin Square, Union Square, Mount Clair, and Berry Circle. Those neighborhoods are the neighborhoods that we focus on. So my primary workforce program is called Workforce Wednesdays, and it's walk-in hours. So from 2 to 5 p.m. every Wednesday, you can walk into the Community Engagement Center and talk to somebody about getting a job, getting access to training, getting help with your resume, getting help getting ready for an interview. Maybe you've already got the job and you need help going through all the onboarding. So we can help with all of that. And we've worked with hundreds of of our neighbors, and we've worked with, as I said, anybody who walks in the door. So we've helped people who've come from Columbia, Harford County, all over the place. The second thing is, if for whatever reason you can't make it into the Community Engagement Center, which is at 16 South Poppleton, it is, if you know where the main University of Maryland Medical Center is on Baltimore and Green, we're about 4 blocks west of there on Baltimore Street. So we're right just below the corner of Baltimore and Poppleton. But if you can't make it to one of our Wednesday workforce programs, then I have a way for you to make a virtual appointment. And so you can just it'll call up my schedule. You can see what's available, pick a time that works for you, and then we can either talk on the phone or do something like we're doing now, have a virtual meeting. Now, the other program that we do, again, with the Southwest Partnership, is our community referral program. Bill and Mark, I know you've heard from community members who said, I've applied for University of Maryland. I've applied for the hospital. I never hear anything. The application goes in and just nothing happens. And the university has heard that too. And one of the things that we do in response to that is we're able to refer people. So if you are a qualified candidate for a position at one of our anchors, and so that's University of Maryland, Baltimore, University of Maryland Medical Center, University of Maryland Faculty Physicians, St. Agnes, and I think that's it for now. But anyway, so if you are interested in a position there and you meet the qualifications, then we can refer you for that position, and we can include you in invitation-only recruiting events. So we can make sure that your application gets in front of the hiring manager, which for a lot of people, that's all they need. Their resumes are great. Their skills are great. Their experience is great. They just have to get in front of the hiring manager, and we can help people do that. And then the last thing I want to talk about from a workforce standpoint is training. So I actually refer some of the training that Bill was talking about earlier. We refer people to training all the time. And we have high quality, free career training in Southwest Baltimore. If you're interested in training for a career in research, we have a biotechnology training program. If you're interested in a career in and as an administrative assistant, we're bringing an administrative assistant training program to the University of Maryland's Community Engagement Center. We have training in our community for CNA. So we've got lots of fantastic A1 connected to employers. You get a recognized credential at the end of it, training programs that some in our community, like I mentioned, and then some not too far away that we refer people to. And those training programs can be, quite life-changing. And Bill and Mark, you also know that our community is really, and maybe it's all over Baltimore, but definitely here where I live and work, there are predatory training programs out there who prey on the vulnerable in our community, who know they want to get better jobs. And so they go after them, get people to take out loans or spend thousands of dollars, like you mentioned before. And they leave the program with, maybe they have their certification, maybe not, but they definitely don't have what you would call a high quality job with an employer that pays benefits, right? So in some cases, people are worse off than they were before they started the training program. And so because of that, we have made we've taken special care to make sure that any place we refer people to is a high quality training program. So if you're interested in construction, if you're interested in deconstruction, if you're interested in any number of potential careers, please check us out. Now, how do you get in touch with me? So again, if you want to see me Workforce Wednesday, just come to the Community Engagement Center, 16 South Poppleton Street, between 2 and 5 p.m. But any other time, the easiest place to find us is on like Facebook or Instagram. You can look up UMB Community Engagement Center or UMB Workforce Wednesdays, and you'll find us on Facebook. If you want to call and find out what's going on at the center or get on our newsletter, you can call us at 410-706-8260. Okay, so I've talked a lot about workforce, but that is just a small, and I'm not really giving you guys a chance to ask questions. Let me stop there. Do you have any questions about the workforce stuff we do before I get on?
Yeah, I do.
Go ahead.
How much does this stuff cost?
Nothing. Good question.
That's what we're going to keep. I'm going to hammer that home. Nothing. All the things we're talking about are free. Free. So keep going, Lisa. You're doing great.
Thank you. Speaking of free, so besides the workforce stuff, I'm just a small part of the University of Maryland Community Engagement Center. So I'm not going to talk too much about it, but we also have fun stuff. You want to do a fitness program? We have yoga, Zumba, line dancing. You want to do an art class? We have a youth game design club that's getting ready to kick off now. We have an introduction to sewing. We have a sewing class getting ready to kick off now. We have a movie night every month. This past weekend, we showed one of those Disney movies. It's especially for families, so I can't remember. The one with Bruno. You know what I'm talking about?
I got
We have
I can't. I don't remember what it is, but
Encanto. Yes, Encanto. Yeah. Thank you.
I have no idea. My kids are grown. I haven't watched a Disney movie in 10 years. So
stop. So come check out if you live in this community. You know, I live less than a mile from here, and I grew up in West Baltimore. And our communities didn't always have the community centers that had computer labs and, you know, access to the really high quality programming that communities ask for. But now we have it right in Poppleton and or Holland's Roundhouse, wherever, Poppleton, Holland's Roundhouse. We're right between Baltimore Street and Holland Street. So we're in your community. Come stop by for a community meal, pick up dinner or pick up lunch. Come learn how to sew. Come learn how to use the computers. Come get your GED. Come get a job.
that is awesome. That is awesome. And again, that's to reiterate, everybody, it's free. And we do have resources available within this community. And want to thank you so much, Lisa, for coming on today.
Oh, you're welcome. Let me give the number one more time.
Cool.
If you don't have access to the Facebook or Instagram or the web to look up UMB Community Engagement Center or UMB Workforce Wednesdays, then give us a call at 410-706-8260. Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Mark.
Oh, our pleasure. Our pleasure. Thank you. Greatly appreciated.
That was easy, right? And guess what? We're going to have you on again. Definitely in the springtime. So I know you guys we're going to be doing some outdoor events, I would hope.
Yes, definitely.
And that was the cool thing. We did some events with Otterbind, Cherry Hill, Westport, you know, getting out in the community. I can't wait for that to happen again. So don't be a stranger. Let us know when the next picnic's going to be, because we'll be there.
Will do. Thank you.
Thanks for coming on. All right. Real quick before we go to the last slide again, because this is designed for South Baltimore. That's why I was giving out the phone number. But we got that little scroll. Just again, anybody, I don't care where you live, if you see anything or heard anything that you might want to pass on to your friends, family, or yourself, you know, we got that bit.ly MOED contact form, but call the center too if you're a South Baltimore person. Again, 410-396-1052. You can email us at acc@oedworks.com. And again, we have the moed.bit.ly line too. Anything else you want to say, Mark, before I do my little my last little thing? My little tagline is like really small today. I have to fix that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, but again, I just greatly appreciate all the information that we shared today. And look, folks, make sure that you take advantage of the services and the updates and the resources that we are providing. We are hiring.
Absolutely. And if you look right here where it says how to reach us, your presence is your power. What do I mean by that? It's pretty simple. We've got opportunities. no matter what it is. Our employers have opportunities, our trainers have opportunities, our staff has opportunities. You don't show up, we can't help you. Okay. If you come to us, we need you to show up for the training. You need to show up for the registration. If I put you on the job, I need you to show up. It's a huge, huge problem right now with a lot of employers. There seems to be an issue of folks who are like, well, you know what? I don't like this job. That's it. I'm not going to call, whatever. That's their problem. That's not mine. What I need folks to realize is when you do that, not only you're messing it up for yourself a little bit in the future, but suppose it's an ex-offender friendly place and you're an ex-offender and you decide not to show up. That might hurt other people trying to get that position. Okay. And here's the other thing. We all like to complain. Mark, you like to complain a little bit?
A little bit.
Can't complain if you're not there.
Right.
Right? You can't change things if you're not there. Positive change, and that's what I mean. I want to really push because, we spent almost 2 years not being where we wanted to be. Right, Mark?
Exactly.
Now I'm asking people, show up in droves. We've got lots of great opportunities. I don't want to be, sitting there by myself in my office. Come on down and see us. And we got plenty of things to talk about. Your turn, Mark. Anything else?
That's it. I appreciate everyone for listening to the show today. And like Bill said, please come out. We're open. We're open fully. So please come out. Just come down and chat with us. We can get you employed. We can get you trained.
Absolutely. And we're talking about jobs. One of the things that we're looking for social economic justice. Very seldom are you going to see jobs less than $15 an hour. We're shooting, and honestly, even that's becoming the low point. We're even going above that. We're trying to get folks jobs to where they can actually live a good life. So just keep that in mind. Get that phone number in. Everybody have a great week, and we'll see you next month.
Take care, everybody.